Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Ever since the U.S. invaded Venezuela and threatened to invade Greenland, there's been a lot of talk about nuclear war, primarily because we have a psychopath in the White House calling the shots. Yeah, fam. So people are concerned. They're concerned about the possibility of a World War III. And let me tell you straight up, fam, if the worst case scenario happened, there will be very few survivors. Very few. Now, these targets that have been identified were identified by Steven Schwartz, author of Atomic Audit, The Cost and Consequences of U.S. Nuclear Weapons Since 1940. He identified 15 such targets. The targets mapped by Business Insider include command centers, ICBM bases, communication stations, and Air Force and submarine bases. Family, if something goes down, you don't want to be in these cities because they're likely to get hit first. Your safest bet is going to be somewhere in rural America if you are to survive, if something like this goes down. Coming in at number 15 on the list, you might want to listen to this, fam. Make sure whether your city is on this list or not, you still need to be concerned because nuclear war is well, you saw what happened to not to Pearl Harbor, but Nagasaki and Hiroshima. You saw what happened. So that was, oh man, that was horrible. It's going to be even worse now because these chemicals and things that they're using today are, what are we, like 50, 60, 70 years more advanced? Yeah, fam. Yeah, it'll be really, really bad. Shreveport, Louisiana. The Shreveport Center is 5 miles from Barksdale AFB. Population density, 1,735 per square miles. 15 highest on the 15 city list. Evacuation rank, number 12, worst of the 15 cities. Projected casualties, this if the bomb hit its target. 24,150 deaths, 103,560 injuries. Let's go to Cheyenne, Wyoming, number 14, 3 miles from F.E. Warren AFB. Population density, 2019 square miles. 14 highest of the 15 cities. Let's see, evacuation rank, number 15. So this is the absolute worst. People in Wyoming pretty much don't stand a chance. Projected casualties, bombed over target, 27,320 deaths, 36,550 injuries projected. Great Falls, Montana, number 13, 6 miles from Maelstrom AFB. Population density, 2,614 people per square miles. Number 12, highest of the 15 cities. Evacuation rank, number 14 of the 15 cities. And the projected casualties, bombed over target, 17,920 deaths, 22,920 injuries. And it's worth mentioning that it's located east of Great Falls within 6 miles of the city center. Maelstrom Air Force Base is home to the 341st Missile Wing, one of 3 that operate, maintain, and secure the Minuteman III 1CBM. Colorado Springs, Colorado, coming in at number 12. The proximity to the city center is 6 miles from NORAD, Peterson FFB. Population density, 2,446 people per square mile, 13th highest of the 15 cities. And it has the 10th worst of the 15 cities for evacuation rank. Projected casualties, 28,000 deaths, 133,060 injuries. And when we say injuries, fam, those injuries, will likely be life-threatening. And at the very least, anybody end up injured from a nuclear attack, oh, yeah, it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. Albuquerque, New Mexico. Proximity to 6 miles from Kirtland AFB. See, so the targets, many of the targets are Air Force bases and places where, America stores its weaponry. Population density, city proper, 3,015 people per square mile, 11th highest of the 15 cities. Evacuation rank, 11th worst of the 15 cities. Projected casualties, bombed over target, 11,200 deaths, 157,630 injuries. Hold tight, fam, because we're going to start getting to the major cities and you're going to see some crazy numbers. Ogden, Clearfield, Utah. Proximity to Ogden Center is 7 miles from Hill AFB. The population density, 3,170 miles per square mile, 10th highest of the 15 cities. Evacuation rank, number 9, worst of 15 cities. Projected casualties, 87,140 deaths, 157,570 injuries. Omaha, proximity 9 miles from Alfut AFB. Population density, 3,411 per square mile, number 9 on the highest of the 15 cities. Evacuation rank, number 13, worst of the 15 cities. Projected casualties, bombed over target, 34,480 deaths, 140,790 injuries. Fam, when you consider the population of each one of these cities, and if you're located in one of these cities, it'll give you a very good idea of what your chances of survival might be. Because if the population of a city is, let's say, 68,000, and they have projected casualties, bombed over target, 34,480 deaths, then that means that you have a 1 in 2 chance of survival. You have a 50% chance of survival. Alfut Air Force Base, just south of Omaha, is headquarters of the U.S. Strategic Command, which coordinates the necessary command and control capability to provide support for the President, the Secretary of Defense, other national leadership, and combatant commanders. Urban Honolulu, Hawaii. I bet you a lot of you never even thought about that, huh? 30 miles from VLF, Ara. Population density, 5,797 per square mile, number 7 highest of the 15 cities. Evacuation rank, number 1 worst of the 15 cities. Projected casualties, 20,920 deaths, 56,710 injuries. Number 7 on the list is Seattle-Tacoma, Washington. 30 miles from the naval base Kitsap, 46 miles from naval radio station Jim Creek. Population density, 8,787 per square mile. Number 5, highest of the 15 cities. Evacuation rank, number 8, worst of the 15 cities. Projected casualties bombed over each target, 53,840 deaths, 106,020 injuries. Though not situated too close to any one strategic target, Seattle is located between two highly likely targets, and given its geography and population density, evacuation may not be easy. Number 6 is my city, Houston. We got Houston, the Woodlands, and Sugar Land, Texas. The Woodlands and Sugar Land are pretty much suburbs of Houston. Population density, 3,598,000 per square mile. Number 8, highest of the 15 cities. Evacuation rank, number 7, worst of the 15 cities. Projected casualties, bombed over target. Y'all ready for this? 330,850,000 deaths. No, I said that wrong. 330,850 deaths. 693,340 injuries. Emergency preparedness, Houston's health departments, and then they have a preparedness plan here. Houston is one of 6 cities. Okay, Houston is one of 6 cities evaluated as likely civilian targets in the event of a nuclear attack on America. Of the 6, it has the lowest population density. The city's health department specifically mentions radiological incidents in its emergency preparedness plan. The closest nuclear power plant, South Texas Project Nuclear Generating Station, is about 65 miles away from the metro area's outskirts. Los Angeles coming in at number 5. Population density, 8,304 per square mile. Number 6, highest of the 15 cities. Evacuation rank, number 6, worst of 15 cities. Projected casualties bombed over target, 645,750 deaths, 1,622. Now actually 1,622,290 injuries. Crippling the U.S. economy and dealing a blow to American institutions, including cultural ones, would be the reason for attacking civilian targets. Los Angeles certainly checks both boxes as the second largest metro economy. While the city may not be as densely populated as other cities on the list, it is highly congested. The city's emergency management department specifically has a plan for a nuclear incident. They ain't got no plan, fam. If something go down, I'm telling you, it's going to be gridlock. Traffic is going to be gridlock. People going to turn into savages. It's going to be crazy. They're not ready for that. There's no way possible you can prepare for something like that. They may be able to prepare the president and these people who they consider to be special, but everybody else is on their own. I ain't gonna say everybody else is gonna die, but we're gonna have a hell of a time trying to survive. Chicago, number 4 on the list. Population density, 12,060 per square mile. Number 3 highest of the 15 cities. Evacuation rank, number 4 of the 15 cities. Projected casualties, 626,170 deaths. 1,100,960 injuries. And they're saying they'll attack Chicago because with 4 nuclear power plants within 50 miles of the city, the nearest not 20 miles away, Chicago is another possible civilian target. If these power plants are hit in addition to the city in a nuclear attack, it could exacerbate conditions in Chicago. Any attack on O'Hare International Airport, the world's fourth largest, would severely cripple travel in North America. The city has the third highest GDP of any U.S. metro area after New York and Los Angeles, so its destruction or evacuation would have a major effect on the national economy. San Francisco is number 3. Population density, 18,629 per square mile. Number 2, highest of the 15 cities. Evacuation rate, number 3, worst of the 15 cities. Projected casualties, 507,980 deaths, 582,870 injuries. San Francisco is located at the north end of the San Francisco Peninsula, surrounded by the Pacific Ocean and San Francisco Bay, making evacuation extremely difficult. The fourth largest metro economy in the U.S., San Francisco, is also home to the expanded Silicon Valley that originated further south in the San Jose area. Though the city has a plan for emergency, it does not mention radiological or nuclear incidents. New York is number 2. I know y'all was waiting on New York to be number 1, but it isn't. Population density, 29,303 per square mile, number 1 highest of 15 cities. Evacuation rank number 2 worst of the 15 cities. Projected casualties, 1,712,030 deaths, 3,170,500 injuries. Now, why would they attack New York? The U.S.'s largest metro economy and the most densely populated metro area, New York City, is a highly likely civilian target. Home to Wall Street, the city was already the target of several terrorist attacks, including 9/11 attacks that crippled the city for days. The New York Stock Exchange closed for 4 days, its longest shutdown since 1933. Perhaps as a result, the city is far more prepared than most. Still, evacuating from Manhattan has proven to be very difficult. And number 1, if it ain't New York, you know it had to be Washington, D.C. Washington, Arlington, Alexandria, D.C., Virginia, Maryland, West Virginia, all of that, proximity 0 miles from the Pentagon. Population density, 11,281 per square mile. Number 4 highest of the 15 cities. Evacuation rank number 5 worst of the 15 cities. Projected casualties, 461,240 deaths, 924,160 injuries. The nation's capital has more than one highly valued target, not the least of which is the Pentagon, the headquarters of the U.S. Department of Defense, which was already a target of the terrorist attacks on 9/11. The seats of the executive branch, the White House, and the legislative branch, Congress, are also highly likely to be attacked, along with such targets as the nearby CIA headquarters, about 30 miles southeast of the metro's outskirts, in the Calvert's Cliffs nuclear power plant. And about 60 miles southwest is North Anna's nuclear generating station. So it didn't mention the White House. Got to get the White House. If it's going to hit something, it's got to hit the White House. White House. I wonder, I just wondering. I wonder, is it a way for it to hit just the White House? I'm wondering, can they do that? Do they have the military capability to just hit the White House? I got to look into that. Anyway, fam, drop a comment. Let me know what y'all think about this. Are you in one of the cities that were mentioned? And if so, what's your evacuation plan? I'd love to hear it. No more talk.